everybody, welcome back to my channel, Delightful_Dawn. Today, this is a review on Juvias Place foundation sticks, and y'all don't believe it. I did a whole video this morning, woke up at 6 o'clock to do my makeup, went over the details of the foundation, and you know what? I went to Apple, and everything is now deleted. So what I have on currently is the foundation. From 6 right now, it's currently 5. I'm just so sad. But I'm gonna let you know my thoughts on it, give you like the details of the product. And if you want to see me applying it and like that process, because I already did it once this morning, so I'm not gonna, it's like a whole reapply. Wear test for the morning. And this is after a full day, no blotting type situation. So basically, Juvia's Place came out with foundation sticks, was it October 5th, a total of 30 shades of foundation sticks. They all are 0.34 ounces. They're supposed to be radiant type of foundation, so real creamy, not matte. So if you're someone who's oily, this one is not for you. I'm combination skin, and so far for me, it looks really nice. Now, it comes in these little boxes right here, really cute. And then this is the actual packaging. You know, when you see how I already use it, it's about this much length of product. And I compared it with I only have another foundation stick with ColourPop, which I was dark 161 North, no filter stick. And it's the same amount, 0.34 ounces. And about this much product. I did notice that you get more in, it appears that you get more in the ColourPop, but it's not as thick. You know what I mean? This one is chunkier than the other one. And this is kind of like my winter shade. I don't know what you would consider like fall. Is this my fall one? Okay, this is Cameroon. I got matched at Ulta for this color. This one is Cameroon, which is, I'm gonna put Cameroon at the top. Cameroon. And then I also picked up another shade, which was Addis Ababa. I might be saying it wrong. This is Addis. And I'm gonna show you, I got Addis for highlight. I don't really contour, so I didn't get a contour shade. So this is Cameroon, this is Addis. So this is what I have on my skin, this is what I have under the eye. So far, I literally am, at first I was thinking, because you do have the option with Ulta, if you do not like it, you can return it. I'm not going to return it. I think that, like, it does its job. Do I think it's a full coverage foundation? Not really. Not if I was really having a lot of blemishes, would this be like good for me? Because right now, do you see where I have my dark mark? And that's not covered, and I went over twice. I'm gonna take everything off, reapply so you can see like what I'm talking about. It was really creamy. It reminded me of Crayola crayons. You ever like felt a Crayola crayon? Like, it smells like a Crayola crayon. So I thought that was interesting that it smelled like Crayola, like the crayon. Like, it don't really have much of a smell, but if anything, I would say that's what it smelled like. So I think it's pretty buildable for the most part. I do think if you are a person with a lot of blemishes or acne, you would have to put on so much in order to cover it that you would be using a lot of like the stick. I'm going to remove everything and then come back and show y'all how it looks. So I redid, okay. So yeah, I redid the foundation again at the bottom part of my face so y'all can see it. And to put on this a little bit of blush. But yeah, this is how it's looking right now. I showed y'all how it looked after basically spending, what's that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So almost 10 hours, like a 10-hour wear test I did with it earlier. I mean, I did like how the skin looked, the whole oily situation. I do have combination skin. I did have to buy, which is normal. I wasn't a huge fan of using it as a concealer. I mean, I can still play around with it, but you know how you're like, oh, this is it. I like concealer to be like full coverage, and it wasn't full coverage for me. Hold on. The foundation part, I don't need full coverage foundation. I mean, this can be biddable if you put on a lot, but I mean, I'm not about to put on a lot of foundation. You know what I mean? I feel like some foundations that I wear, sometimes I want to be real natural, and this is like the whole natural glow type situation. Do I think that it's worth you going out and to buy? I feel like you can try it. Yes. I wish you can get a sample, but you can't get a sample of like foundation sticks. Yes. Yes, baby. Give me a second, okay? I do think that if you don't, this gonna make me really wanna pull out my my ColourPop to figure out which one do I like better. I know L'Oreal have one too, and the ColourPop, I remember it being, you know, really, it was a matte type finish if I do recall, but I remember it being more not matte. Was it matte? I don't know, y'all. Can somebody remind me of that video? I'll put it somewhere, but I don't know if I like it more than the ColourPop. I do think that it looks nice. I mean, another complaint that I had about it was that like it was transferring crazy, and I did use the Patrick Star, you know, setting powder. So normally I use Patrick Star with my other foundations. It doesn't transfer, especially with my my Becca or with Lancome. Maybe I don't think it transferred with Maybelline, but I only put like a little bit on the Maybelline. But I did notice this mug did transfer, so maybe I need to put on more powder or try a different setting powder with it. Because I mean, if you was to go in to hug somebody or to wipe your face, then it's coming off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you to put on a shirt, it's most likely gonna come off. So I would be like real careful with that part. Maybe you have some tips on what I can do to not have it transfer so much. But for the most part, it looked nice. Like, don't get me wrong. Would I buy it again? No. I feel like the height of it, like I'm like, ooh, I'm found me a new foundation stick. I don't think I'll buy it again at this present time. This is my first impressions of it. So don't get me wrong, I may like it even more later on. I do like how it wears and sits on my skin for the foundation part. But other than that, like, I'm gonna still play around with it to see if I like it. If you see it in other videos, that means it decided to stay with the trenches of the other foundations. But yeah, so I mean, if you are that girl that needs you something that's quick and easy, nice and affordable, you want something to be able to travel with, a little civet, this will be the foundation for you. I wouldn't say go out your way to find it, honestly. I wish I could say yes, but if anyone, I love Juvia's place. Like, I bought a whole bunch of their palettes. I love that, but I really want to try the matte foundation to see if I may like that more than I like the stick. Like, don't get me wrong, the jury's still out for me when it comes to the stick. I do think that it was very nicely hyped up, and that's why I bought it. So I don't know. So hopefully it gets better for me. Yeah, I think it's nice for the most part. I remember the ColourPop transferring too. So I think maybe it's like a foundation stick thing, but this wouldn't be like my if I want to like do it up, this wouldn't be my foundation. If I want to put something on real quick, take it with me just to kind of like put on and put something over it, then this will be it for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice. It's nice and travel friendly for the most part. So I say go out and get it if you want to try a new foundation stick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause you know what? This finish on it is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. The finish is nice. I'm not a fan of a whole bunch of transfer, and I'm not a fan of using it as a concealer. You know what? Let me scratch that. Would I buy this Cameroon or buy it as a foundation? I probably would, because when you do put it on, it looks kind of gray. But when I went out throughout the day, it settled in really nice. So I would buy the foundation stick just for foundation. I wouldn't use it as a concealer. I do want to try to see how it would look as a contour. But yeah, that's my first impressions review. Go ahead and thumbs us up, like, comment, and subscribe to the family. Yeah, I think it's tragic that I lost my first footage, but yeah, you know how it is. Gotta get up and keep going. But basically, I always want to tell y'all to stay unapologetically you and all that you do. Peace and love, everybody. Peace.